I'm in the mood to build a tiny house. And I know I'm like always in the mood to build a tiny house, but they're just so useful. Like you can never have too many tiny houses in The Sims, at least for the way I play, because I pretty much have every sim start out in a tiny house, just because the actual gameplay perks of a small house from the tiny living pack gives you like double skill gain, double relationship gain, you get less bills. I mean, you like, it's so worth it. Your crops even grow faster. It's ridiculous. So I want to make another one today, but with the catch that I don't want it to look like it's a tiny house, or at the very least, I don't want it to look like it's a micro home. I was looking at these photos, and I guess this one looks very small. Obviously, it's a little brick house, but they don't look like they're super tiny. And I just love the idea of a little brick house with like the plants everywhere. I think it's adorable. I want to live here. Honestly, I think I like daydream about brick houses. We don't really have that many brick houses where I live, and I just think they're so beautiful, so I'm gonna make one. Before we get started though, thanks to our friends at Squarespace for sponsoring this video. If you didn't know, Squarespace is like the perfect all-in-one platform to build a beautiful website, much like how The Sims is the perfect all-in-one platform to build a beautiful home. Sorry. It worked, okay? It fell in my lap. Let's build something. All right, I'm gonna make it actually a tiny home though. I'm not kidding. I think this one might end up being a tier 2 tiny home, a 64 tile one. 32 tiles is too small. Like, even that's too big. See, it's ridiculous. And with a tier 2 tiny home, you still get double skills and less bills, see? Which is what we want. And I think it's important to me to have a porch. I know that's silly because the house is so small. Like, you really should not be trying to prioritize having a porch. That is ridiculous. I mean, that is 32 tiles, but I want to have bedrooms. See, wouldn't it be nice if we could have actual bedrooms? That's 64 tiles. That actually kind of works. And then I'm envisioning, and this might be a little bit silly, but hear me out. I'm envisioning we use brick, but we do it like that because then the brick itself becomes the porch and you don't actually have to have any tiles out there for it. Those brick porches are like really expensive though. No one said it had to be a cheap house. All we said was tiny house. And with the market these days, I mean, it makes sense, right? This guy right here is like $1 million in some markets. I'm not defending that, by the way. That's not a good thing. Okay, we can't do that brick. That just looks horrible. This one looks all right. I guess we could not have a brick porch if the whole thing's gonna be brick. Do wood. I want more foundation options. I don't like these. Like, I honestly don't like them. I wish I had more. One of the pictures I looked at had a bright green roof. Now, I don't know if that's exactly what I'm going for, but it could be. No. Oh, I mean, no. I'm just kidding, I'm sorry. I think the black one is probably the best. It's simple. Maybe we get a railing? I might actually delete the underside of that. It's for the best. I don't know how tall it should be. Okay, well inside, I was envisioning, I haven't actually thought about the layout that much, I'm not gonna lie, but I was sort of envisioning that there would be 2 bedrooms, like a double bed and a single bedroom, 1 bathroom. The kitchen could go in this little area, small table, and then a couch TV situation facing this wall. Let me just put some furniture so I can like mark it out. Basically like couch here. There's not a huge walkway, but that's okay. You know, coffee table, whatever, TV over here, something like that. I don't know how big it'll be. We'll figure it out. Some sort of table, maybe a small one, maybe a bigger one. But, you know, table, we have to cheat to place the doors because the room's so small. But doors into each bedroom. And then, you know, like I said, kitchen in this area. I think that would be fine. Obviously, I'll pick different furniture, but that's kind of what I was imagining. Okay, also, if we have really big windows in here, in that kitchen space, then we don't have to buy as many cabinets, which saves us money. I mean, you get it. Maybe there could be a window on like either side of the TV. It's not gonna look that good from the outside, but I'm not that worried about the side of the house. I mostly care about how the inside looks, and windows are good because they're cheap and they're big. They take up a lot of space on the wall, which we need because we can't afford wall decorations. This is pretty nice. I think that'll work. I'm not even trying to make a starter home, so I don't know why I'm acting like it needs to be cheap, but well, we could try. Come on, Jeffrey Landgrab. You must buy this lot. You are the guinea pig. Okay, middle of the night and cloudy. That's good. I hate how this house looks. Do you know what I'm thinking about right now? I'm thinking about making it even smaller. And that's probably a big mistake, but my thought process, oh my God, that's ugly. My thought process is that I want the front door to only be 2 tiles wide, but would it be better to do it like that instead? No, because I want to put like a nice path, a nice small path. Maybe it would be good if it was, I mean, it could be like that. I don't have enough tiles to make like a porch. What I would like to do is have a porch and then just a 2 wide staircase, but tiles are a hot commodity. See, you don't want to put it like this and then have a 2 wide path, but I guess you could, especially if you were then gonna landscape around it. It's ugly. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I like it. I like it. I'm not stressed about this at all. I think it looks really good. Deep breaths. Is it weird to get a chimney? Oh yeah, especially that one. It's too big. I wish that was lower. Wait, I can do it. No, maybe, well, oh. It's 395 as well. That's so expensive. You can't lower them. It doesn't let you. Oh, should we do it with the brick trim instead? You know what we should do is make it not cloudy. This is the problem with building in the game. Like the fact that you can't really control the weather easily from build mode, just purely for the sake of having a better preview. Like I wish that I could click this button and pick the exact time that I want, the exact weather that I want, like a drop down or something so I could control it better. I want to use this blue tile. I never use it. I think it's pretty. See, that's a nice bathroom. All the base is covered. Even toilet paper. And that is also a hot commodity. It's 50 simoleons. And as we all experienced, sometimes it goes out of stock. Okay, I'm going to the cheap table. That's the cheapest long table at least. Although I might invest in a fancier chair. These are like my favorite chairs in the game. You might have noticed this. I use them a lot. These are the ones that are CC originally, that were made by Hey Harry, that they added like as official items in the game. They are so nice. Well, it's small. It's definitely small. Oh, while I'm here, let's get a trash can for the outside. I tend to run out of money when I'm doing this, so I may as well just make sure it's covered. Maybe a creamy sofa? I don't know. I don't know how much is like too much or if it's gonna be too small. That's kind of what I'm struggling with right now. I want to get nice stuff in here, you know? Your Sims can still walk around this, just so we're clear. It is functional. It's squished, but it's functional. Ugly. Oh, I have such a hard time picking chairs. It's because the base game chairs are expensive. I guess I can use Tiny Living. Oh, that works. Oh, I shouldn't be picking decoration. I want to get like fancy lights too, and that's also a mistake because, well, then you can't really have much else. Should I use a fancy bed? I still haven't painted the walls. Uh-oh. No, I want to use the fancy bed though. We all already know that if we're trying to make this a starter home, we're gonna have to use the terrible single bed in the other bedroom. So I may as well pick something nice for this one. This is only 439. If we put like white furniture aside from the bed, it's kind of a weird combo. Oh, I wanted to use this, but it's 770. Yeah, we'll be getting some cheap posters instead. Yeah, you can have these. This is more up to our speed, okay? I wanted to put a computer, but I don't know if I'll be having one of those. We could always get a cheaper TV. Well, the other problem is that the space is really small, so who knows if we can even fit one. I think your Sims will scoot. I think it's okay to have the bed in the corner. I think this is like frowned upon by professionals. Like, I don't think people like it when your bed's in the corner. You know what I mean? But sometimes you just don't have any space, okay? Sometimes it's gotta happen. Well, I think we might have managed this. It's a fully functional house. No, the rug's 300. That is too much. I'm trying to think about like art options and stuff, because it would be really nice if we could get some kind of fancy things, but I'm also aware that maybe that's a bad idea. This would look good in here. There's lots of blue. This is only 50. Wait, I shouldn't buy anything else. I have to buy paint. Oh, didn't think that through. Okay, that's right. I do have to paint the house. That is something that we have to be able to afford. 211. I think I've got enough to paint the rest of it. Yeah, I got plenty of money. I have 179. The lighting is horrible on this lot. I might actually make it, I don't know, let's make it like 11 a.m. or something. That's better. Now we can actually see the lot. So, unfortunately, I think that landscaping is a bit out of our price range. I believe that that is not in the cards for us. Luckily, there is a solution, and that solution is debug. Cheating is the solution. Cheaters always prosper. That's the saying, right? Yeah, for sure. All right, bb.showlive edit objects. Do you guys think that cheating is brand safe? Like, this video is sponsored. Is cheating acceptable? It's The Sims though. Everybody cheats in this game. And it's only for plants. Like I could be cheating for worse things, you know? I can't find the bush that I want. I've been scrolling for ages. I was scrolling the wrong direction. I always put this one below it. I love this bush, but this bush is one of the regular base game bushes too. But in the base game, like the one that isn't in debug, is a worse color. Like the non-debug one is like a really bright green. It's like that color green, which is just not what I'm looking for. It's just not what I want it to look like. This is one of the cheapest trees in the game. The regular version, not the cheated in version. Maybe we could use that one too. Things like terrain paint are free. I like to put terrain paint around the outside of houses too, like on the ground. Oops, I did not mean to put that much out here. Okay, maybe some like little, I don't know. And where do you put the trash can? Like just on the side? just there? I mean, it makes sense. You'd probably hide it somewhere like that in real life too. And then we have another 130 simoleons. Should we buy something with that? Can you buy a table? It's only, oh, That's 150. Well, you can afford the table, but you can't afford the chairs, and the chairs are somewhat of a necessity, so maybe don't bother with that. I can't afford a bench? Why is that so expensive? Maybe some pots? Oh, the pots are kind of cute. I feel like that helps. And then I guess I have 39. Is that enough for any other little tiny plants? Yeah, we could put a tiny plant like in the kitchen. There. See? Functional. Trash can. Mailbox, lights. Something else I do with starter homes, I usually try to make sure that there's at least one of useful items. Like we have one dresser. Obviously in real life, you'd probably want to have a dresser in both rooms, but in The Sims, you only need one. They don't like actually store clothes in it. So we have a dresser, we have a mirror in the bathroom, we have a computer, we have a TV. Like pretty much all those bases are covered. It kind of works out. It's kind of nice. I love small houses. And you know what else? It's actually kind of deceptively big. Like it's a 2-bedroom house. It's functional. It works. It's cheap. I did it. And just imagine all your double skill gains. Although I didn't actually put any useful skill items. Sometimes when I make tiny houses, I try and put like an easel and like all sorts of things, but not this time. This time I went for cabinets. You can't always afford these in starter homes, but today we did. Thanks again, by the way, to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. If you didn't know, Squarespace is like the all-in-one website building platform. They have everything you need to create a beautiful online presence. Think things like completely customizable templates, so you've got a place to start, and they've got them for like everything you might need. Think things like interior design, travel, fashion, music, gaming, technology, like any starting point you might be looking for, they've got it. And thanks to Squarespace, all of you can get a free 14-day trial right now. No credit card required. You can just go to squarespace.com/lilsimsie, start your free trial, and then when you're finished and ready to get it all set up and buy your domain, you can get 10% off your first purchase. I'm a huge fan of Squarespace. I think they're great for anything. I mean, things like running an online store, making your business. Maybe you have a wedding coming up and you want a wedding website. They've got all the tools you need to get started, and they make it super easy to do. So go check out squarespace.com/lilsimsie to start your free trial and also get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Anyway, I think the micro home is done now. I mean, it's on the gallery if you want to download it. Poor Jeffrey Landgrab. I think in this save I killed Nancy. I think his wife is dead. Oh yeah. His wife is dead and I moved him into a tiny house. He only has $14 to his name. I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm real sorry. If you want to watch that video where I killed Nancy, I had a dinner party and I killed a lot of townies. So I'll link that down below. And I will of course have Squarespace linked down below if you want to check that out. And with that being said, I think I'll catch you all tomorrow. Bye everybody. You know, I saw Jeffrey was sad earlier in the video when I went into live mode and I just kind of ignored it. And it wasn't until just now at the very end that I was like, oh yeah, he's sad because his wife is dead. Oops.